Hey, it's Sarah here. I want you guys to stay tuned and watch this whole video because I'm going to give you my top 3 tips for keeping a positive mental attitude. So stay tuned to all the end. I'm going to give you my top 3 tips. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about getting your mindset right. What exactly does that mean? That means making sure that your mind is best prepped for your business. Or if you're not in a business, maybe you need your mind best prepped for your work or for school or for anything that you can think of. You need to make sure that you have a positive mental attitude, because if you don't, it can sink you. Trust me, I know. Let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, I was a swimmer in high school. I was a butterflyer. Michael Phelps, but not as good as Michael Phelps, because you know, he's pretty awesome. I was swimming exhibition against this girl from the opposite school. We only had 2 schools in town. And I knew she was really, really, really good. And that she was much better than me. At least in my mind, she was much better than me. Anyway, I was convinced that there was no way in the world that I could be better than her. And so we got on the blocks. They sounded the starting gun. I jumped in the pool. I forgot how to swim butterfly. It was so crazy. And it was all because I had psyched myself out before the game even started. So I basically had failed before I even got in the water because I didn't have a strong, positive mental attitude. Had I flipped it around and said, you know what, I know she's a little bit better than me, but I'm going to do my best to stay on her feet. I'm going to get as close as I can to her, and I'm going to just rock this out. The outcome would have been much different, but I didn't. I sat there and told myself how much I couldn't do it. The same's true with anything in life. If you sit there and you tell yourself you can't do it, you know what's going to happen? You're not going to be able to do it. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or can't, you're right. I mean, isn't that totally true? If you think you can't do something, you won't be able to do something. If you think you can do something, you will be able to do it. It's all about what you have convinced yourself you can't do. You guys can really do anything you want. You are meant to be the most amazing things on the face of this planet. You are meant for greatness. You were meant for crazy, amazing things. But so many people don't live up to those crazy, amazing things because they're convinced that that's not them, that it's going to happen to somebody else. And those people over there are going to succeed, and they're not going to succeed because they grew up in a harsh situation. They had this happen to them. They had this happen to them. They don't have enough money now. They don't have the right education. They don't have any education. You know, this. You look at them, they will give you a reason why they're not successful. My favorite clip, and it's kind of funny because I was at a meeting on Saturday and one of my friends brought this clip up and I was like sitting there going, oh my God, this is like the most amazing thing ever. I'm actually going to input my favorite clip into this video and I'm going to show you. It's from Balboa, where Rocky was talking to his son, and his son was basically telling him the reason why he wasn't successful is because he was living in his dad's shadow. So I'm going to let you guys watch that, and then I'm going to come back. Roll the clip.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
So what'd you think about that clip? Wasn't that the most amazing clip? I love that clip so much. It like makes my heart go pitter patter, pitter patter. Makes me love Rocky like this much more. Adrian! Are you guys ready for my top 3 tips on how to stay positively mentally strong? Number 1, recognize when you're telling yourself a lie. I know. Easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. But you can do this. Trust me. Trust me. I want you to recognize when you're telling yourself a lie. So, if you're out in the world and you say, I can't do something, I want you to stop. I want you to think about it. If you recognize that you're saying, I can't, and I want you to turn around and I want you to say, you know what? That's a bunch of bull. If that person can do it, I can do it too. And I'm totally gonna rock this out. You know how they say, turn that frown upside down? I want you to do that, okay? Number 2, I want you guys to develop affirmations. What are affirmations? Affirmations are something where you're like, I can do this. I can do this. I am the best ever. I am an amazing mom. I am the best administrative assistant ever. I'm the best teacher ever. I'm the best mechanic ever. You know, I can fix this. It seems really odd, but trust me, they work. So I want you to write down at least like 5 affirmations. At least 5, more is better, but 5. You have to tell yourself the affirmations every day out loud. That's a little scary, I know, and it's a little awkward, but trust me, you can do it. Your husband or wife walks in, they're like, what are you doing? I'm telling myself that I can do this, but I want you to write it out loud, and it's really important that you say it out loud. If you're not one of those, go grab an app. It's called Think Up, and I want you can record it in your own voice. There's suggested affirmations. You can make your own, and you can listen to your own voice saying it. That's pretty good. It has to be your own voice, because what you're going to do by doing that is you're eventually going to turn those lies that I told you to recognize that you're telling yourself, you're going to turn them around, and you're going to change your brain, and you're going to change your mindset. But you have to start telling yourself you can do it. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're all these things that that maybe you're lying to yourself about. Like maybe you look in the mirror and you're like, man, I'm not nearly as pretty as that girl over there. Lie. You're absolutely as pretty as that girl over there. And start telling yourself that. Okay, none of that. None of that. So I want you guys to write them down. The really, really, really serious ones, like maybe it's for your network marketing business and you want to be, I am an amazing presenter, or I'm an amazing salesperson, or I'm an amazing new team builder, anything like that that's really heavy duty that you really feel that is a weakness for you. I want you to grab a sticky note and I want you to go write it down, go put it all over your house. I want you to put it on your mirror in your bathroom, maybe on your fridge, maybe on your steering wheel of your car. And I want every time you stop, every time you see it really, I want you to stop and I want you to read it out loud. Awkwardly, but read it out loud nonetheless. Third tip that I want you to do is to start a positivity journal. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I'm a huge fan of positivity journals. I want you to do a minimum of 3 positive things a day. Start out your day with it, or do it at night as a routine, 3 positive things that happened over 24 hours. So you could say, oh my gosh, my hair is not sticking up like this today. Or you can say, my daughter didn't like throw a fit today. Woo! Or you can say, I have the most amazing husband in the world. But it needs to be 3 different ones every day. The more positive things that you can come up with, the better. Because here's what happens. You get bombarded every day with all these negative things. If you're a news watcher, how many times do you see a positive news story? Very little. What I want you to do is I want you to practice getting your mind in the positive way. You're totally going to train your brain to see the positive and not the negative. When the negative comes up, you're going to see the silver lining. Once you start doing that, you're going to find a lot more things happen for you. You're going to find more things get attracted to you, because likes attract likes. If you've ever been around someone and you've started grumbling, or they've started grumbling, and everybody else starts grumbling, and you notice that just sort of, that sort of happens. But the reverse is true in a positive manner too. If you've ever been in a line where somebody has paid for your drink, or they've paid for the car in front of them, or whatever, you usually pay it forward and you pay for the person behind them. And then that person pays for the person behind them. And it's like this whole chain effect. Positive actions bring positive results. And you're going to start seeing these things attract you the more that you're like this and the more that you're not. Does that mean that you're not going to have a bad day every once in a while? No, but you're going to be able to recognize that a little bit easier, and you're going to be able to say, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go back to our gratitude. Let's say what we're thankful for. Let's say what we're positive for, and we're gonna get going. When you're grateful for things, and you see the positive, and you're grateful for the things that have happened through the day, because that could be it too, a gratitude journal, then you can't be in a bad mood. You can't be grateful and angry at the same time. You can't be grateful and sad at the same time. It's kind of odd how that works. Those are my top 3 tips. I want to thank you guys for holding on this long, whether you're on my team page, whether you're on my personal Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, wherever this video is. I want to thank you for holding on this long. I want you to go out. I want you to put these 3 tips into play, and I want you to touch base with me and tell me how they're working for you. Or maybe you already do this. Go ahead and drop a comment, and I want you to tell me how doing a gratitude journal, doing all this stuff, how it works for you. Okay, drop a comment. Here's the most important part. Make sure that you do the gratitude and the affirmation for at least 30 days straight. That's when you're really going to start seeing an impact. You can't do it for like 2 days and say it's not working. Of course it's not. You've got to give it some time. Like all good things, you got to work on it. Okay? I hope you're having the most amazing day ever, and I'm going to sign off. Until next time, I'll see you later.